All right, ready, Alan?
I'm on it. Nice.
Yep. That's awesome.
That's a good hit.
Yep.
Hit it again. Yeah, there we go, making it ring.
Hey, you got Frank from Sniper's Hide here. I'm with Adam from Sig Optics, and we're going to talk about the BDX system. Adam brought out 3 of the examples of the scope and paired up with the laser, and he's going to take us through the process. Adam, thanks for coming out here. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely, Frank. Yeah, we're real excited about our new BDX system here. It's a rangefinder. It's talking to the scope via Bluetooth. We got a 3.5 to 10 by 42, a 4.5 to 14 by 44, and a 6.5 to 20 by 52 there.
Okay.
So each different kit, you can buy them as a kit combo or an individual item, whether you got one scope and in one rangefinder, you can add a scope to any of the rangefinders in there. You can program up to 20 different profiles as well.
Oh, nice. And so you're for everybody, you're pairing the laser to the scope.
Correct.
And then that also handles software for you.
Yes, there is a free app on the I think Google Store, and then also on the App Store via Apple. So they're compatible with both systems out there.
Okay.
So yep, yeah, it's a real simple pairing process. We'll go through that here in a second. But yes, you do have to pair the scope to talk to the individual scope. That way no one hijacks your system if you're out shooting a match, out in the field working it, whatever the case may be.
So you're isolating yourself and you're pairing it up. As you can see, we matched everything. This is matched to the SCAR. The blue rifle, blue gun group is matched to the 5.56 and so on. And then you got the 2400 BDX right here, and that's paired to the 6.5 Creedmoor.
Correct.
So each one of these, and we'll go through that pairing process as Adam said. But talk to us about some of the features within the scopes.
Okay, yeah, perfect. So one of the big questions we get right off the bat, everyone hears, they ask us, oh man, I don't want to be dragging my phone out in the field. What happens if the batteries die on the scope? You do get about 100 hours of range of battery life on the scopes themselves. So that should last you, if you're out in the field hunting, should last you more than a season out there.
And they'll function normal without without the turrets.
Correct, yeah, because you still get your dope and all your adjustments from your rangefinder. So the off chance your batteries do die out there in the field, it's going to operate just like a regular scope for you.
There you go.
So you punch in all your MOA adjustments that you need there.
And are these all MOA?
Correct, yes,
Okay.
all MOA. We don't have anything else right now, no MRAD yet. I don't
There
know
you
if
go.
that's in the works down the road. Don't quote me on that, but I wouldn't be surprised either.
Okay.
So I feel like this is just the beginning for this technology for us. I think it's just going to grow from here and expand.
Perfect. So let's go into talking about pairing it.
Go ahead. All right, guys. So here's the app here that you're going to have for the BDX system. What you're going to want to do initially is go into the pairing process. The top right, you're going to hit Scan for Devices. Make sure your rangefinder and your scope obviously is turned on. The serial number is going to actually pop up. So we're picked up device 1978. So on the bottom of the rangefinder, it's going to have that serial code there, 1978. So you're going to hit that. It's going to tell you make sure the rangefinder is on. Once it does that, inside the sight or the sight picture for the rangefinder, you're going to see a pin number from 1 to 100. We got 32 right now. You're going to hit OK. Once that lights up blue, that means it's picked up the rangefinder now via Bluetooth, via the app. Next thing we're going to go through is the scope is going to be next. The serial numbers, if it's already mounted, don't worry, it's down there. You should be able to see it there. So we're 2688. 2688, you're going to hit that. And it's going to tell you a sight illumination setting from 1 to 10. It says go to illumination setting 1. Take this, crank it to 1. Once you set it to the illumination setting it's designating, hit OK. Now both items are lit up in blue now. The next thing you're going to want to do is hit check bonding. It's going to say bonded. If it comes up with not bonded, it's going to simply ask you here in the drop-down menu if you want to bond the devices. At that point, just hit bond devices. And what you want to see in between the two icons there is the word bonded there. So once you're there, you're good. That means the scope and the rangefinder are talking to each other via Bluetooth.
Okay, so we got the solution loaded in for 5. elevation's been really good without truing. I like the truing on this. And it's just fighting the wind. We got a 12 to 18 mile an hour wind that's just dancing back and forth. We'd be on, off, on, left, right, left, right. And it's really just the wind, but I mean, you hit the range, you hit the solution, and it tends to be right there. Let's go to that target. Here we go. A little less wind. And there it is.
That's a hit.
Yeah, it's just right on. It's just the wind, man. You just got to fight these gusts. But otherwise, this thing is exactly where it needs to be. And it's just playing wind. That's it. Okay, we're here at the range. We just got finished shooting all 3 of the rifles. Crazy winds out today. We're trying to block it. We got 12 to 20 mile an hour winds, and that's been the biggest fight. But from 0 to 500 yards, the system's been spot on, wind and everything. We're struggling a little bit out to 8. 8 is the limit on the hunting series.
Correct. Unless you're using, of course, the 2400 BDX, and then there's going to be a 3000 range-finding BDX Bino system.
Yep.
Those 2 units you can actually pair with a Bluetooth Kestrel and go beyond that 800 yards.
Right, so a big distinction with that is the BDX 2400 does not have the weather inside like the AB 2400.
Correct, yes.
Right, so it's a little bit different system and it's a little bit different rangefinder, but this one will pair with a Kestrel, and then that'll help extend the range on the other scopes, correct?
Correct, yep, that's right.
Right, so you can take it as far as you have to, but on the hunting line with the other lasers, with the laser like this one, that goes to 800 yards.
Yes.
Right, so you got an 800 yard laser, and then you got the 24, and honestly the 24 is money. I picked this one up just handheld straight out of the gate at my 1400 yard target, and it's right on.
Yeah.
This is probably the best bang for the buck laser that you can get on the market right now, as far as working as advertised. And it definitely is a good job, and these other range lasers are no slouch for the price point.
Correct, yeah, and then, so with the 3 to 10 or 3.5 to 10, you're going to get a 1400 yard rangefinder, which is going to have just black reticles, nothing fancy, but it's going to work great for you still. I think a 4 times a second laser in there. When you go up to the 4.5 to 14 for the kit, then you get the 1800 yard rangefinder, which will have the red reticles. It'll have a brightness setting or auto setting, whatever you want to adjust on there. You can do that all through the app or on the rangefinder.
Right, and then, like I said, the 24 BDX pairs with the 6 to 20.
Correct, yes.
Yep, so there you go. This, I tell you what, and the price point for this system is almost a no-brainer if you're in the hunting space with something like that. It's so inexpensive to pair it with a laser. It works, hold the dot on the target, and we're right there.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive, a nice little elegant unit, and good scopes, good systems, good turret adjustments, response really well. I thought it went excellent for all of us.
Yeah, and then, of course, on the reticle itself, if you're adjusting the mag on there, the magnification, it will make all the adjustments after you've already got the solution loaded into the scope from the rangefinder. So just another little key part on that.
And another good thing is the cues. The system's giving you cues, whether it's the gas gauge indicator that comes on the inside the scope, the way the lights flash. When we went to 800 yards with this system, it was flashing because we set the kinetic energy.
Correct.
So I'm looking at this flashing, and it's a kinetic energy indicator.
Correct. Yep.
So
exactly.
It's giving you a lot of little cues you wouldn't realize until you dig deep into the system. They really thought of a lot of what we're looking for when you're out there using it. And even the SCAR was money, right? The SCAR worked fantastic for everybody. Right on, first round hit with the whole thing, and it was money. And I wouldn't call it SCAR precision rifle, and it worked like one. So, Adam, thanks for coming out. Thanks for bringing all the system. I think that it's definitely a viable option for people out there.
Yeah, and of course, this is just going to be the start of it. I'm sure from here, there's going to be a stepping off point.
Oh yeah.
I'm real excited to see what our optics division can do from here moving forward with this tech involved.
We all look forward to it. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for suffering the wind a little bit out here. It's been fun though. We hit some good targets.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Frank.
Have a good one.